The Articulating Value in Housing Cooperatives project is creating the first evidence base of the benefits of living in Australia's housing cooperatives. The researchers worked with people who live and work in the sector to design surveys for co-ops and members. But how do surveys that are filled in by individuals and co-ops help to build insights into the sector as a whole? After surveys are completed, the first step is to anonymise the data. We remove all co-op and individual member names from the survey and replace them with a number. This protects the privacy of members and co-ops, and it's a standard requirement of research ethics. Next, we analyse the data. We start by identifying all the survey questions that relate to the issue we are investigating. We then use a software package such as SPSS to combine the responses from those questions and look for patterns in the data. For example, to find out if members who have lived in their co-op for longer have better health and well-being, we start by combining all survey answers about health and well-being. We then use SPSS to combine this data with information about how long members have lived in their co-op. SPSS helps us to control for factors that might confuse the picture. In the case of health and well-being, that means controlling for members' age or gender, because these are factors that can independently affect health and well-being. SPSS also helps us to check results to see if they are significant. If results are significant, it means that we can have confidence that they are not random, a one-off or a fluke. In other words, we can be confident that we would find similar patterns if we asked the same questions again. One of the most widely used indicators of significance is the p-value. When a p-value is less than 0.01, it means that the probability of the findings occurring randomly is less than 1%. This p-value confirms that the claims being made are supported by the data and are not just opinions, errors, or fake news. In the housing cooperative research, we start by testing ideas from previous studies and what members and steering committee members have told us. We also explore the data for new insights. We're analysing the surveys for a wide range of outcomes, like co-op members' sense of home and community, their satisfaction with their housing, and whether they feel they have a voice in their co-op and in the sector at large. We are also considering challenges like stress or burnout, what might be causing them, and how these affect members' experience. Surveys are good at identifying patterns and will help us to begin to understand some of the benefits and challenges of living in cooperative housing in Australia. We are also conducting in-depth interviews with co-op members to gather stories to help explain those patterns and highlight the diversity of the sector. The project's final report will include data from both the surveys and interviews to provide a complete picture. That way, the co-op sector will be able to show what works in co-ops and how co-ops can be best supported to serve their members and communities well. Subscribe to our YouTube channel or email list to find out more.